Hi, guys, welcome on my channel. I hope you are fine. This story about a sword family that dominates half of the world. The Runcandle family. A renowned sword family, whose members are born with both strong physique and exceptional talent. Have ruled over the world with overwhelming prowess. Number 1 was combat. Number 2 was conquer and 3 was control. These three things describe everything about this family. That's the family that I was born into. I am Jin Runcandle, the youngest son of the Runcandle family. In the selection ceremony where the future of the child is predicted, I chose the sword of the family head. I am the one who will become the family head. I had thought that my future would only be success and fame as well. Does that even make sense? I had zero talent in swordsmanship. How can someone from the Runcandle family be that lousy at using a sword? That was the Runcandle family embarrassment. Runcandle disgrace. Someone who's far below the standards of a Runcandle. Two guys came to the Jin room and calling the Jin and asked to him that are you swinging that useless wooden sword again? Leave him be. I guess he won't wield a sword useless, it's a special sword. The other guy say that where could that special sword be, I wonder. The first guy say that I know, right. I wonder where the Barasada is. Where is he swinging that wooden sword? Jin was upset and remained silent. Then the guy asked to him that hey, why aren't you answering? Your almighty brothers. The guy was angrily asked to Jin that are asking you a question. And pushing him back. Jin fell down and the guy say what a useless bastard. Then Jin tried to bring the sword. The guy asked to Jin that why do you even bother swinging that thing? Then the guy put foot on the Jin palm and say it's useless anyway. After that the guy snatched the paper and laughed, what's this? Basic swordsmanship theory. The other guy say hey, do you think you would get good at swords just by reading about some swordsmanship theory? This is why guys who are useless should never be given any chances. The guy tore the theory paper into pieces. Jin requested to him that stop. Give it back to me. The guy replied to him that because chances are given to you. Jin say brothers, hold on. The guy say that you fail to know your place. Jin again said to him that stop it. And keep holding on to hope. Then the guy tore the theory paper into many pieces. Jin was sad and said to them that you don't need to do that. The first guy caught Jin hair and asked to him that what did you say? We are all doing this for your sake. Why do you keep talking back? It looks like we need to teach you a good lesson on manners. Second guy asked to Jin that what your nanny taught you to do. Gilly has got nothing to do with this. Seeing as how you are still defying us. My brother's bullying, my pathetic non-existent talent. I don't care about them at all. I just need to work hard. If I work hard, then eventually, I will receive recognition from my family. And become a part of the Runcandles. That's what I truly believe. Then they both guys say Jin Runcandle, from this moment on, you are banished from the family. Since your efforts are commendable, we won't kill you. That was how I got banished from the family at the age of 25 and started wandering around aimlessly. That was around the time I met Master. And that is when I knew that I did have talent. Not just that, I have talent for magic, which was forbidden in the family. 3 years after that, connect the mana that exists in nature and the magician mana to recover mana. After that, strengthen the mana that will be manifested. Jin say that, who are you? He replied to Jin that I am Soldaret. I am the master of all shadows. Then he say that Jin Runcandle. Jin was shocked. Then the shadow master say that I will propose a contract to you. If you make a contract with me, not only will you be able to use shadow power, you will also be able to negate all curses. Jin suddenly feel that his heart caught some power. Oh, contractor. It looks like you were hated by someone when you were young. It looks like your talent has been cut off because of a mere curse. Jin was shocked to listen that and say a curse. Shadow Master replied to Jin that it's a curse known as the Bladed Illusion, which suppresses talents for swordsmanship. It's a terrible curse that can never exist in the Runcandle family. I see. Maybe that's why I was drawn to you. From this moment forth, no curse will be able to bring harm upon you anymore. All that is left is for you to become an extraordinary magic swordsman. I will have fun observing you. After that Jin remembered that he didn't have any skill of swordsman and say that it was as Soldaret had said. Every time I picked up my sword, I was able to reach new heights. Then Jin thought that it's so light. It's like it doesn't weigh anything all. It feels like, I am just swinging arms. The worst dunce in the history of the Runcandle family. If I just add on magic, then. Finally my hard work HS to fruition. Some unknown guy attack on the Jin and Jin telling us that he didn't just hear something. Scream. My body feels heavy. For some reason. Then Jin called the master, Solo, Darret. The Jin asked that is anyone there. I can't believe I died while sleeping, is this because I am useless after all? Do I not even the chance to use magic and power of Soldaret that I had finally obtained? If it was going to be like this, why was I, give a chance? The people of, the family.
After that incident, I have returned to the past life. When Jin was a 1-year-old baby, Jin thought that why the people of the family gathered. What's happening right now? I defiantly died, though. At that moment, then Jin saw a lady that said to Jin, cheer up, young Master Jin. Jin thought that Gilly. Why is she here? Jin saw many sword there. It's the sword selection ceremony. As the 1-year-old baby, Jin Runcandle, the youngest young master, has chosen the family head sword. In this life, Jin came near to the sword and thought that in this life, I will make my own choice. One man say that how can this be? Everyone was surprised and say that the Jin selected patriarchy sword. One guy say my lord. Young Master Jin. The youngest selected Barasada. Then the selection ceremony is over. Then the Jin moved to the Storm Castle. 6 years later, in Storm Castle when Jin was in childhood, he tried to bring the book from the bookshelf but he can't reach it. Jin thought that it's been 6 years since I came to the Storm Castle. I have to stay here until I am 10 years old, according to the family rules, so I have 3 more years left. I am bored. Suddenly the girl servant who was cleaning Jin's room was crying. Jin asked to her that what's wrong. Girl was afraid and say that young master, there is a dead bird in your room. Jin thought. The only ones who would do this in Storm Castle are. After that, Jin both brothers came to the room and say man, oh man. They both joking and say poor bird. One guy say too bad the maid found in first. Daytona Runcandle 9 years old 11th son of the 13 Runcandle brothers. The other guy say true, we put that there for you to see. Hatrona Runcandle 9 years old 12th son of the 13 Runcandle brothers. They both were laughed and asked to Jin that who's our gift to you? Are you moved to tears? Jin remained silent. Then Jin thought that I know that those two, they become notorious murderer, once they become flag bearers, but Brats who just turned 9 killed an innocent bird. Just to torment me. Haydena Runcandle said to Jin that don't actually cry though, that would be annoying. Then Haydena asked to Jin that, hey, can you hear us? Does someone who's destined to become the patriarch think nothing of us? Where did you leave your Barasada? Jin tried to say something. Haydena said to Jin that what? Say that again. Then Haydena caught the Jin on his shoulder and say you are so quiet that I can't hear you. And try to punch the Jin. Jin stop Haydena hand and then Jin attack on them with magic spells and say I said, shut the hell up. I bared with it until now. But I can't take it anymore. From now on, you would best stay out of my sight as much as possible. At that moment, Khan came there and asked to Jin that what's going on here, young master. Jin hide his magic spell hand and say, Khan. They fought amongst themselves. Khan saying to Jin, a pardon. Jin replied to Khan that did you not hear me? I said they fought all of a sudden and collapsed. Khan thought that, as expected of Runcandle, even a child is fierce. Haytone was crying because of pain and say, I see. Khan said to Jin that understood. Then, I will take them to a doctor. Jin replied to the Khan no, there is somewhere they need to go. Follow me. After that they reached in a cave. Khan asked to Jin that are you going to just leave them here? The rainstorm is going to get stronger soon. Jin say they need to aware of what they have done. Khan replied to him that by your order, young master. Khan thought that force. It definitely wasn't aura. It can't be mana. If that's the case, then this matter isn't just a scuffle between brothers. I must report this to the patriarchy. Khan came outside of the room and said to one guy, bring me a horse. Jin seeing towards the Khan in window and thought that I knew it. He is heading off to report to father. Though Khan is our guardian knight, he's also an observer. Since that must have looked like magic in Khan's eyes, I am sure, he would not just leave it be. Then Jin seeing towards the hand and say shadow energy. The proof of my contract with Soldaret. Thanks to this power, I found out that my contract with Soldaret is valid even in this life. And thanks to curse immunity, a peak of being Soldaret contractor, I was able to avoid bladed illusion. The dunce of Runcandle, Jin Runcandle, no longer exists. From now on, many things will differ to my previous life. What's left now is meeting father. That is all. On the other side, Khan reached the place and meeting with Jin father and say that the youngest beat the Rona to wins. Runcandle head was surprised and say, Khan. And then orders the Khan to assemble the flag bearers. I will have to go see the youngest. After some time later, Khan tells him that the 7 flag bearers Runcandle and 200 knights have been assembled. Runcandle replied to him that is good. Let's go to the storm castle. Girl was angry and say that a sudden order to gather, huh? Brother Diffus, do you know anything about this? I asked Luna earlier, but I don't think she does either. Mary Runcandle Runcandle's 7th flag bearer. I was busy beating up some images. The guy replied to her that the Tina twins will be out of the storm castle by next year, so I doubt it would be about them. Don't you think he is coming to see our youngest? Diffus Runcandle Runcandle's 4th flag bearer. Mary Runcandle was angrily say that our youngest. Why? He chose the founder's sword during the selection, remember? Ah. Right. He did. Diffus replied to her that him. Then Mary Diffus again say but would that alone be enough reason for him to come back? Well, there is no way. We will know what father is thinking. Then one girl gestured to Mary Diffus to remain silent. Mary Diffus replied to her sorry, sis. Luna Runcandle 1st flag bearer. In this part, Mary Diffus thought that father personally came back to see him. Is he really that useful? On the other side, in the storm castle, Gilly ready the Jin and say that the patriarch is coming to see us, maybe he is coming to see his children. Jin replied to him that maybe. Then Jin thought that Khan must have told father everything. Khan's pretty dull, so he wouldn't have strictly told father that I was using magic. Gilly saying to Jin that could you turn around for a sec. But Jin was still thinking, he probably just reported everything that he saw as it was. The youngest son who's using a power that isn't magic or aura. Father coming back to check what that power could be. To see if that power, or I, could be an asset for the future prosperity of the clan. On the other side, Patriarch reached at the storm castle and ordered to bring the Tons twins. Hayden, Daytona. Both say that yes, father. Then Patriarch asked to them that I heard you got into an altercation with Jin. What was your fault in that altercation? Hayden replied to him that we have no fault. Daytona say that Jin was the one that hurt us. Right. With an unknown power, too. It wasn't aura. It looked like magic. Then they both say that magic is a forbidden art in our family. Then Mary Diffus and his brother say that's right, father. If Jin used magic, we should interrogate him before he hides his tracks. Pause. Patriarch replied to them that my sons, etch this into your heart. You will not be able to survive within the Runcandles like this. Both was afraid. After that Patriarch ordered to go bring Jin. Jin say that my father, Chiron Runcandle, the strongest, but at the same time, coldest person I have ever known. The greatest title in today time the peak of a Genesis Knight. While he once was no different from ordinary people, after he achieved the status of a Genesis Knight, he lost most of his human emotions. And became an existence who only obsessed over the clan, and its development. To my father, someone with no talent in swordsmanship like me, would be treated as a nobody. But this time, it's different. In this life, I will make sure no one will be able to disgrace me. When Jin came there Mary and his brother was surprised to see him. Jin kneeled down in front of Patriarchy and say I gur. Then Patriarch asked to him that why did you call me Patriarch, and not father? Jin replied to him that my brothers, sisters, and the guardian knights. Over 100 members of the clan visited today. Because of that, I concluded that your visit must be an official one and that's why I chose to refer to you that way. The girl say that's a satisfying answer. Thank you, Patriarch. Then Patriarch said to Jin that I have visited the castle for a different reason today, so refer to me as father for now. Then, I will ask you the same question. I asked your brothers. What wrong did your brothers commit in your altercation? Jin closed his fist and say that is revenge. If you are a member of the Runcandle family, you must always return what you are given, whether that be a favor or resentment. Patriarch remained silent. Then Patriarch ordered and say that everyone except the youngest in the room, leave. Other members conversations to each other and say that has the youngest son, passed the Patriarch test. Mary Diffus say that don't just stand around. It's the Patriarch order. Everyone say, yes, we will follow his order. Mary Diffus was happy and thought that a one-on-one talk with father, little guy, not bad, huh? After that, Patriarch said to Jin that I sent everyone away because I had a few questions only for you. The Tona twins mentioned that you used a special power. We Runcandle strictly forbid the usage of magic, because you aren't able to achieve the pinnacle of swordsmanship if you train in magic. What is the power that you were using? If it was magic, I will not allow this to pass lightly. Jin say that is, as long as father knows about this power, he won't ignore the hand shadow. Because the power of Soldaret. Then Jin say I am not sure about that either. I can't tell if this either magic or aura, so I was wondering what to call it. If you don't mind, you can help me name it. Patriarch say that this is the power of Runcandle founder. Then Patriarch thought that power, shadow energy. Barasata shadow energy, so does that mean that this child is destined to be the head of this family? Then Jin say, father. Patriarch say that, right. That is the power of Soddard, the king of shadows. When Jin listened that he was shocked and say the king of shadows. Patriarch say that is right. Soddard made a contract with the founder of the Runcandle family, Lord Tamar, and is the king that has been with us since. But since King Tamar passed away, Soldaret has not appeared in Runcandle. I don't know the reason for that maybe either, but it seems like he is trying to reach out to Runcandle through you. Then Jin say that father, I am curious about one thing. That person, the king, Soldaret, is he stronger than you, father? Patriarch say I don't know, since I have never fought a king before. Jin thought that, father have never fought a king shadow before huh? That is truly the best answer he could have given. Patriarch came near to the Jin and say, my son. Jin was afraid what father say. After that Patriarch put hand on Jin head and say that was a good question. Thanks to your innocent question, I have gotten a great conversational topic. I think that coming to see you today was a good decision. Then, let me ask you a question in return. That power. How do you want to use that shadow energy? Jin replied to him that I want to use this power for the sake of the family. Patriarch say for the family. Patriarch laughing and say what an amusing lie. You beat down your older brothers, threw them into the storm, and you say that you want to use that power for the family. Tell me the truth. Jin thought that, as expected, he isn't going to let this go so easily. Then Jin replied to him that, I want to use this power for myself. Patriarch say yes, I like that. I will keep a close eye on you from now on. Jin remained silent and put hand on his knees. And replied to father that nice. I got through that safely. After that, when Patriarch going towards the outside of the room. Jin seeing towards the shadow hand and say that getting the justification to use shadow energy. However I wanted to is good enough, but to think that father now has expectations of me. This is a result that I did not expect. This life really is completely different from my previous one. After that, Mary Diffus saying to Jin youngest one, here. Take this gift. Jin was surprised and asked to her that sister Mary, what is this? Mary replied to him that it's a special present from your older sister. Then Mary saying to Nanny, hold it's heavy. Nanny say yes. Mary given the instructions to Jin and say that boil it well, chew it thoroughly, and get strong quickly. Got it. Diffus say sister Mary, where's your luggage? Mary smiled and replied to him that I gave it to the youngest one. Why? On the other side Jin was thought that why she gave me. When Jin opened the gift Nanny was shocked to see this and put hands on mouth. Jin was surprised and say this is, the phoenix heart. Then Jin thought, to give this to me a 7-year-old child, sister Mary is crazy. Mary Runcandle, a 6-star knight and the 7th rider of Runcandle. Also known as the Windfury. She also has another name that isn't well known. The Madwoman of the Southern region. The reason why my battle-crazed sister gave me this is obvious. Hurry up and get strong. So you can become my opponent. If eaten at a young age, you will not only become resistant to fire, but it's also an elixir that promotes growth. Ah, now that I think about it, the phoenix heart is needed in order for a 6-star mage to summon a phoenix safely. In this life, I might really be able to summon a phoenix with my own hands. At that time, Gilly making the phoenix heart for Jin and asked to Jin that young master, did you wait long? Jin replied to her that thank you Gilly. Gilly saying to Jin that young lady Mary gave you such a great gift. Please eat it before it gets cold. Jin replied to her that yeah, but before that, older brothers, if you have something to say, please say it quickly. Daytona replied to him that it's nothing. It looked like it was too much for you to eat. Haytana replied to Jin that yeah. I saw Gilly holding such a large post just now, so, Jin asked to them that do you want to eat it that badly? Then listen to my request. Jin gesture towards the floor and say we dug this out. Tona twins was shocked and say that why? Why do we have to do something this? Tons brothers talking to each other and say I know, right? There is nothing here. Why are we doing this? What would happen to us if someone finds out what we dug this out? The other say that what are you saying? Obviously. The youngest is going to get in trouble. Why would we? First one say that you are right. We just need to eat the soup. Yeah. Also, the youngest is a little scary. After that they both dug the place. When they finished their work, they came into the room where Jin waiting them. Jin seeing towards them and say welcome, brothers. You got here rather quickly. Daytona was angrily replied to Jin, shut up. We did as you asked, so hand over the soup. Jin came near to the Daytona and gesture towards the table and say that I already put it on the table over there. Daytona was surprised and say really? When they both seeing towards the table where only 2 teaspoons soup only. Daytona asked to Jin that hey, little brother. Isn't this a teaspoon? Haytana say isn't this too little? Jin replied to them that I said, I would give you some, but I never specified how much. But I kept my promise, right? Well then, enjoy. They say yeah, thanks a lot. At night, in rain, Jin going to see the place where they dug out. Jin seeing the hole and say that I thought they would do a half-past job, but they actually did pretty well. With this thickness, I think 1-star magic should be enough. I was getting rather frustrated, because my mana was building up without having anything I could use it on. With the power of shadow energy Jin finally arrived at the Runcandle secret storage. Jin seeing towards the secret storage door and thought that I never got a chance to come here in my previous life. So it feels weird for me to be here. Older brother said that I needed to say a trigger word. After that, Jin closed his eyes and say Runcandle child is here to console Moroccan. Runcandle secret storage. This is the place where Runcandle stored the secret tomes of the families. They have brought to ruins in the last 1,000 years. When Jin entered into the secret storage place he was surprised and say it's pretty vast. Everything is only permitted to the flagbearer of Runcandle. Then Jin remember the past life when his brother said that I didn't need to know about this place. Because I didn't have the qualifications to become one. But you have helped a lot, brother. I putting it to good use now. Then Jin saw a scales in the storage and say what is that? A scales. Is it not human? Why is such a thing? Jin was afraid to see him that. Runcandle child is here to console Moroccan. Then Jin came near to the scales and say that Black Dragon Moroccan. I heard that the Black Dragon Moroccan was defeated by the first flagbearer, and went into a deep slumber. But I never thought that story was real. I don't have time for this. Where are the secret tomes? Are they really here? Found them. Then Jin find out the place where the secret tomes. There are secret tomes from all kinds of families. Let's see. I will take a look at the Kungan family. Since they were also a sword master family. Then Jin opened the book and say him. It's pretty difficult for 3-star magic theories. I would like to take them with me, but there is danger of getting caught if I did that. I will copy them every time I come here. After that, Jin came out from the secret storage place. At night when he was writing something on the paper, suddenly he listened to some unknown voice. Jin was shocked and thought that, who? No way. No one from the Storm Castle should be at the secret library at this time. When Jin opened the secret storage door, unknown guy asked to Jin that hey, you. What are you? Jin was shocked and thought Moroccan. Why is Moroccan? I never heard of Moroccan awakening in my past life. Let's clam down. Since Moroccan is our family guardian dragon, maybe he will let me go, if I show respect and act like a little child. After that, Jin said to Moroccan that our Runcandle child greets the family guardian. Moroccan was angry and say that you called me a guardian. Did you just call me a guardian? How dare you treat me as a mere guardian? Damn you. Runcandle. That's what you taught everyone about me. I can't go off on this little one. But it's driving crazy double exclamation mark. After that Moroccan knees down and try to cool himself and say that it's been a while since I last smelled something good and all I can see is a child. Jin was afraid and say yes, sir. Moroccan say you. Why do you smell like shadow energy? Jin say, s, shadow energy. Moroccan say that's right. Even though I slept for the last 1,000 years, I remember this smell clearly. This distinct smell of shade energy should only come from those that are under a contract like Tamar. Jin thought the reason Moroccan woke up is because of my shadow energy. Moroccan tried to find out that energy and say where is this coming from? Is it here? Jin thought then. Should I test something out? Then Jin call him Mr. Moroccan. In this part, Moroccan asked to Jin that oh yes. You know something, don't you? Jin show the shadow energy and asked to Moroccan that could you be talking about this? My father told me that this power is from the Shadow King, Soldaret. Moroccan was surprised and say hey Soldaret. You are kidding me right? Are you serious? Moroccan sitting on the floor and sad. Then Moroccan say that the promised 1,000-year contract is this little child. Hey kiddo. Jin replied to him that yes, Mr. Moroccan. Moroccan said to Jin that you know, I actually made a promise with Soldaret. And it seems that the person who needs to cooperate with me to keep the promise is you. Jin was shocked and thought a promise with Soldaret. Then Moroccan said to him that I will fill you in on the details later. But for now, I just woke up. So, I can't really think straight, and I don't think you will understand. Since you are too young. But, I should at least introduce myself formally to Soldaret contractor. After that Moroccan use the shadow energy and say I am Moroccan. Soldaret representative, his friend. And the last descendant of the first being created from shadows. According to the 1,000-year contract. From now on, I will be by your side. State your name. Soldaret contractor. Jin told him that I am Jin Runcandle. I am the 13th and the youngest child of the Runcandle family. On the way, Black Dragon Moroccan is a Moroccan mountain, a place with stormy winds, got its name from this dragon. Black Dragon Moroccan ruled over this place a long time ago. However, 1,000 years ago, Moroccan was defeated in a battle against Tamar Runcandle. And it is written that after the storm castle was destroyed, Moroccan fell into a deep slumber. However, that isn't the truth. But the words of the guardian dragon of the founder. Those who make a contract with the king do it together with a guardian dragon. However, as there was nothing known about the guardian dragon of Soldaret, there was a bit of doubt. I would understand, if it was because Moroccan fallen into a deep slumber. Since Moroccan is now awake, does that mean, I will get a guardian dragon as well? Jin called the Moroccan and say I am here. Moroccan was surprised and say oh, you came. Jin replied to him that my nanny packed me some snacks, take it. Then Jin thought that since I will be together with Moroccan in the coming days, I should ask him all things that I am curious about. And that is how, after Moroccan awoke, I kept him in the secret library for many weeks. Moroccan turned and said to Jin that why did I fight with Tamar? Moroccan opened one book and start reading that was 1,000 years ago, how would I remember? I am certain of one thing about Moroccan. At the end Moroccan say okay, but is this all of the strawberry pie? Jin say that stupid strawberry pie. 1, 2, 3, there are only 7 of them. Moroccan goes crazy over strawberry pie. After that, Moroccan asked to Jin that what do you do, when you come here? Jin replied to him that transcribing. I take blank journals out with me. And I write down everything that you tell me secret. Then Moroccan asked to Jin that really? So do you understand it a bit? Jin replied to him that about 30%. I don't know about the rest. Moroccan say that don't lose too much faith. That's a lot for someone your age. Other kids can't do that and they are lazy. That's just for normal kids. Then Jin say that I am Runcandle and this is normal to me. I have 12 older brothers and sisters. Not only that, but I also have my father, mother, and the elders. If I want to destroy those people, I have to work harder. After that, Jin asked to Moroccan, if he was the founder, how much of this book would he have understood? Moroccan replied to him that if I were to be compared to the strongest being in history, how would I fare right now? Tamar, I don't think he could even understand a single in the book at your age. However, a theory is not necessary true. He didn't read these books and still fought well. You have potential, just like Tamar did. But you are not as good as Tamar. Jin was sad and asked to him that, then, I can never become like the founder. Moroccan replied to him that no. You are a contractor of Soldaret, just like Tamar. And you are smart enough to read those books. Then Moroccan hold hand on Jin head and say that you are still young, so don't be so impatient and just train hard. And you will be able to as strong as Tamar. Who knows, you could even surpass him. Jin was surprised and asked to him, is that so? Moroccan smile and say, of course. Kid, do you know what Soldaret nickname is? Jin replied to him that no, I don't know. Soldaret power has infinite power, has no limit. So that means that you, as his contractor, have no limit as well. So don't be so glum and have more faith in yourself. Since I will teach you a new technique to make you feel better. After that, Moroccan slap on Jin back and Jin was shocked and asked to him what is it. Moroccan replied to him that shadow energy liberation. Jin was surprised and say shadow energy liberation. Moroccan replied to him that's right, all beings who use shadow energy have to familiarize themselves with it, so this is the start and the end of using shadow energy. Then Moroccan warn him and say however it's incredibly dangerous. If you don't learn it properly and then use it. So learn it slowly and carefully. Jin replied to him that okay. I will do that. Then Jin asked to him then Moroccan what do I have to do first? Moroccan replied to him that you. First you have to learn how to open your mana. Jin was shocked and say open my mana. Why? Jin thought that I already did that so much in my past life. After that, Moroccan say that shadow energy liberation is opening your mana and moving your mana. You have to be able to do these two things proficiently. From now on, you will have to only practice this for the next 2 to 3 years. Jin remained silent and thought 2 to 3 years. That's too late. Moroccan say that you don't even know the basics. So I can't teach you anything too advanced, you know. For reference, the next thing you will learn is how to move your mana. After that, Jin moved his mana and asked to Moroccan that here. Can you teach me now? Moroccan was shocked and asked to him that no, but how did you do that? Jin replied to him that I have just been able to do it for a while. Moroccan say that no way, do you know how to move your mana? Only the geniuses among geniuses could do that. You really were a capable kid, weren't you? Then Jin said to him that okay, then I will give you a quick demonstration of what shadow energy liberation is. Okay. Then Jin day that shadow energy is derived from the shadows. All the shadows in the world were born from Soldaret. So Soldaret is the owner of all the world shadows. And you are the sole contractor of Soldaret. In other words, it means that you can also become the owner of the world shadows. So, what do you think, kid? This is shadow energy liberation. Jin was shocked to seeing that and remained silent. On the other side, guard called the Lady Luna and told her that everything has been cleared up on this side. We just have 5 more areas to clear and then our mission will be complete. Lady Luna asked to the guard that sure, then 4 months should be enough. Tell the knights to take a break. One more thing. Guard say yes. Lady Luna asked to him that what do 9-year-old kids usually like. On the other side, half a year after meeting Moroccan, brother Tona left the storm castle. When Tona brother left the castle they say that we are leaving. See you later. Jin replied to them that yes, take care. When Jin going towards his room, Nini called him and say young master. Happy 9th birthday. And then celebrated Jin 9th birthday. Jin say that thank you, everyone. Gilly, would you give some cake to everyone? Gilly replied to Jin that yes, young master. At that moment, Khan came there and say young master Jin. Sorry for the sudden interruption, young master. Jin asked to Khan that what is it? Then Khan tells him that Mistress Luna has come to visit. Gilly and Jin was shocked. Lady Luna is the Runcandle first flag bearer, and a 9-star knight. The firstborn out of the 13 siblings, the white whale Luna Runcandle. Despite being the strongest of all the Runcandle siblings, she had no interest in becoming the patriarch, and had stepped away from the dirty fight known as succession war. She was truly a lonely white whale who moves alone. Because of this, Sister Luna never showed interest in any of the siblings. And it would be more fitting to describe our relationship as strangers rather than family. That's how distant we were. Yet, that sister decided to come to Storm Castle without so much as an announcement. Jin seeing towards the Luna and thought that did something big happen to our family. If that's not it, has she found out that I went to the secret storage library? Then Jin say Sister Luna. Luna said to Jin that you have grown a lot little one. Jin said to Luna if I would known, I would have dressed more appropriately to meet you, sister. Luna put hand on Jin head and say what a cute thing to say. Is there a need to make all announcement just to see my baby brother? But you look a little out of sorts. Luna asked to Jin that are you feeling unwell? Jin replied to her that, that's not it. Actually, I am a bit nervous. This is my first time seeing you up to close. I think, I am a little on edge for some reason. Luna was surprised and say you're on edge. Then Luna thought that, it is the Runcandle family tradition for the siblings to keep each others in check, steal from, and trample one another. Does Jin think, I am here to keep him in check or something? Then Luna replied to Jin that, yes. It seems I lacked consideration. Jin was surprised and say pardon. Luna say that you may be young, but I seem to have forgotten that you are the youngest of the Runcandles. My apologies. Jin, little one. Luna knees down and say that I would like to speak with you in private. May I dismiss your nanny and guardian knights for a while? Jin was shocked and think that sister wants to speak with me in private. Jin replied to her that, yes, sister. Then Jin thought that even though I don't know the reason for this, it doesn't seem like a bad situation. After that, Luna say Jin, my youngest brother. The reason I came to see you so suddenly like this is because I have something to tell you. Jin asked to her that what would that be? She replied to him that when father came to visit you last time, the behavior you displayed attracted the attention of all other siblings. The moment you leave the Storm Castle, all of our siblings will be keeping a close watch on you. But little one, I hope you do not lose your own happiness by getting yourself involved in the family fight. I sincerely hope that you will not suffer from the Runcandle family tradition. Jin was surprised and thought that the reason sister gave up on being patriarch of the family was merely because of this. Is she doesn't want me to get involved in the siblings' rivalry. Why did she never warn me even once in my previous life? Was it because I was not even worth speaking to? Or because the other siblings did not see me as competition at all? Jin says to Sister Luna, I am ever grateful for your words, but I have absolutely no intention of sitting out on this fight. Luna replied to Jin that I am serious. I am not just saying this because I think you will compete against me. Jin replied to her that I know sister. But I have already been through an assassination attempt. Luna was shocked to listen that and say, what? Jin replied to her that is why I absolutely can't down from this fight. Luna was angry and asked to Jin that, who dares? Who dares to try such a thing in the Storm Castle? Which sibling would dare try to kill you here? Jin replied to her that I cannot disclose that information. Luna again asked him that tell me, Jin. Which sibling tried to kill you? Jin say that I mean. To be fair, I have not yet discovered their identity. Besides, even though they attempted to kill me, look. I am fine, sister. Luna replied to him that not all of my siblings hate me. Thank you for letting me know this. It brings much joy to my heart. Luna hug him and say Jin, my brother. That means you have already gotten involved in this dirty family battle. This saddens me so. Jin thought to think Sister Luna was such a tender-hearted person. Jin say, don't be so sad. Luna replied to him that, yes, today is a birthday occasion, so we shouldn't just talk about such things. Today is your birthday. I am actually here today to give you your birthday gift. Then Luna showed the gift. Jin was happy and think a pendant. Luna request him to say can you sit facing away for a moment. Jin replied to her that yes, sister. Then Luna wear the Jin pendant and say Thar for one time, when you meet with something you can't handle. Break the blue gem on this pendant. Then, no matter you are, I will come to you. So don't forget to have it on you at all times. Happy 9th birthday, Jin. Jin was happy and say that thank you, sister. After that Nanny served Luna, cake and tea. After this, Luna ready for going and said to Jin that I should get going. Jin replied to her that all right. Do take care, sister. On the other side, at night when Jin going to the secret storage library, Moroccan was shocked to see a Jin pendant. Moroccan asked to Jin that hey, you are here, ah. What's that around your neck? Jin replied to him that I got it as a birthday gift. Moroccan say that that person must really love you, to give you something like that. Jin asked to Moroccan what is it? Moroccan replied to him that it's an artifact of Demon King Orgel. 1,000 years ago, people were risking their lives just to get their hands on one of his artifacts. In this part, Jin asked to Moroccan that is it something that amazing? Moroccan replied to him that of course. It gives the wearer resistance to attack magic at 5 stars and below, as well as enhances the wearer magical abilities. I bet it has summoning abilities too. You seem to know a lot about it. Well, it's because we were alive during the same period. He was really famous. Moroccan say anyway, this was from the person with the strong energy. Who came just now, right? Jin replied to him that yes. My eldest sister came by. Wait, you sensed her energy all the way from here? Moroccan replied to him that yep. I bet your sister sensed my energy too. Jin was shocked and say what? I mean, she won't tell my family, right? Moroccan say you are worrying over nothing. She's someone who gave you such a valuable gift. Would she tell on her youngest brother and leave him to die? Jin asked to him is that so? Moroccan replied to him that yes, yes. You can trust that sister of yours. Then Moroccan taste the piece of cake and say that if the little one is preparing something, it's taste like a heaven. I should pretend to not know anything. Then Jin tells the Moroccan that sister Luna say Jin, my brother. Whatever you do, whatever you become, I will always be by your side. The time in Storm Castle that I thought would be boring, brought me many things. My father acknowledgement and hopes, the phoenix heart that I received from Mary. A relationship with Luna, and even a meeting with Moroccan, the guardian dragon. They were things that I could never even dream having of in my past life. I am 10 years old now. I have started my preparation to leave Storm Castle and head into the main castle. During the training teacher thought that as expected. No wonder he caught the patriarch interest. On the other side, Jin thought that although I was on the assessing side when I was training with the others. Teacher think that Jin gaze tells me that rather, he is the one who is assessing my teaching ability. Teacher said to Jin that let us stop here for today. Jin replied to him that okay. Then teacher called the Jin. Jin asked to him that what? Did you have a problem with today's training? Teacher replied to Jin that it is my greatest honor to teach you until now. There is not much time left until you leave Storm Castle. But I will promise you the best of training until the end. Jin replied to him okay. I will be in your care until then. After that, at night Jin touched the candle fire and he did not feel any problem. Jin was happy and say that finally, at that moment Nanny came there and shocked to see that. Nanny say young master, oh my, is that not hot? Jin replied to her that yeah, it just feels like a warm water now. I am glad Lady Mary gift is working wonders. Nanny say that I have only ever heard of the phoenix heart. But I have never seen its effects. How fascinating. Jin replied to her that me too. Jin thought that I have absorbed half of it. It will be fully absorbed within a few years. Nanny asked to Jin young master that we will be leaving the castle bright and early tomorrow. So please tell me in advance if you need anything. Jin replied to her yeah, okay. At that moment, Nanny seeing the 2 books on the table and asked to Jin that young master, should I pack these books? Jin replied to her that yeah, I am gonna read them in the carriage. Then Nanny asked to him that understood. Is there anything else? Jin replied to her that just those books is fine. Nanny replied to him understood. Oh, I will prepare strawberry pie for you as a snack for today. Jin replied to her that okay, that, oh, right. Gilly, I am going for a short stroll. After preparing the language Nanny going towards the outside. After that, Jin came to the secret storage library for meat. Moroccan. Jin opened the door and called Moroccan. Moroccan replied to him that, hey, you are back, child. Jin tells him that you remember that I will be leaving the castle tomorrow, right? Moroccan replied to him that of course. You have no idea how long I have waited for this day. Jin asked to him that then, how are you follow me? Moroccan smiled and say that don't sweat the small stuff, child. I am the legendary Black Dragon. No matter how weak I have become, this is much nothing. I will follow in a way, such that no one will notice me. Jin was worried and asked to Moroccan that you have become weak. Why haven't you told me something so important? Moroccan smiled and say bastard, how would I be fine after I did nothing but sleep for 1,000 years? Jin asked to him that then, can you regain your power? Moroccan replied to him that of course. You will become stronger as I do. Since I am your guardian dragon. So hurry up and become a stronger magic swordsman like Tamer. Jin was surprised and asked to him that you said Runcandle was originally a magic swordsman family, right? Then Jin thought that I heard it from Solderet in my past life. The Runcandle family was originally a magic swordsman family. And the founding patriarch, Tamar Runcandle, was the strongest magic swordsman in history. Barely anyone knows this fact anymore. Moroccan say ths the reason why the current Runcandle rejects magic and chases only the peak of swordsmanships or whatever is due to a humiliating vow that was established 1,000 years ago. Well, even if they worship me as guardian of the family, I am sure they would be extremely unwelcoming. If I actually appeared, if it was 1,000 years ago, I am sure you and I would both be worshipped for bringing the nobles being into the world. Jin asked to him that would Runcandle really? Moroccan smile and replied to him that I guess it's a bit too absurd. In any case, I will hide well, so don't worry. Jin also smiled and say alright. Then, what are you gonna do about that? Someone will find out, when they come to the library and see that there is nothing there. Moroccan replied to him that I can just make an illusion with dragon tongue magic. Then Jin asked to him what if even that's caught? Moroccan replied to him that hey, I am the dragon of shadows, you know. Something like an illusion is a piece of cake, so don't worry. As I said, I haven't fully regained my strength. So it won't last too long, but I will try to maintain it as long as possible. Until I fully grow. Jin replied to him that okay, thanks for this. Moroccan say that I would appreciate it if you respected me more since you are so thankful. Jin say that oh, I actually brought you something special today. Moroccan was shocked and asked to him that something special. Then Jin say that a pie made from the first strawberries of the year, and alcohol that I swiped. Moroccan was too much happy to seeing that special things. Jin say that don't get drunk and start making weird illusions. Moroccan say that what do you take me for, you beautiful child? Raising you was worth it. How about you introduce me to your nanny too while you are at it? Jin replied to him that I will think about it. On the other side, in early morning nanny ready the Jin and say that young master, you can't expect a quiet and relaxing life. Similar to the one you have lived in Storm Castle. In the main castle. Of course, you have been busy training here, but it will be even more difficult, and you will be much busier there. I can't bake you pie, whenever you want either. Jin replied to her that don't worry. I am well aware. I will do my best in the main castle as well. Nanny say yes, I will devote myself to you even more as well. At that moment, two guardian knights Jerome and Holtz came there and sat greet young master Jin and say we will safely escort you to the Garden of Swords. Jin replied to them that okay, I will be in your care. Let's go. It's October 30th, 1970. When Jin finally leaving Storm Castle to head to Runcandle main estate, the Garden of Swords. In the way, snowing started. Nanny was worried and say that oh my, it's snowing. It looks like it will pile up in no time. We should stop by a nearby village and wait till it stops. If there is a lot of snow, we won't be able to use the teleportation gate. Jin replied to her that okay. Suddenly carriage out of control and Nanny call young master and hold him on her arms. Guardian's knights say that it's an ambush. Please stand by inside the carriage. Nanny said to Jin that, young master, it will be fine. Please do not worry. Jerome and Holtz are 7-star guardian knights and you also have me too. There are about 20 enemies. Some images and warriors, also. There is a possibility that there are archers too. I don't think there is anyone above 7-star. Jerome and Holtz are fighting right now. Jin shouted and say Nanny, we need to get out of the carriage right now. Jin was shocked and say that the Runcandle Guardian Knights, under no circumstances must they leave a Runcandle child unattended. One of them must be by my side. Then, that means one of them is a traitor or a fake. Nanny replied to him that's right. Jin say that there might be some hidden equipment within this carriage. We need to get out right now, Nanny. Nanny replied to him that I understand, young master. For now, I will protect you, young master, as a member of Runcandle. Please understand, even if I go a bit overboard. After that, they both get out the carriage, and Nanny hold the Jin and run away to protect the Jin. Nanny said to Jin that I will receive punishment as soon as we arrive back at the estate. Jin replied to her that Nanny, now is not the time to thinking about that. Let's go to where both of them are. I need to confirm something. Nanny was surprised and say confirm. Jin replied to her that the people they are fighting might actually be our allies. If the assailants are after me, then now would be the best time to kill me. Since I just got out of the carriage but, it's so quiet, that it's strange. Nanny replied to him that I see. I understand young master. Suddenly one guy seeing the Jin and ordered the group of guy and say I find Jin Runcandle. Group 3. Block the left side. Jin say as expected. Nanny say that a symbol of a demon and black Sakura. The Yuta family from the Mattel family of magic and the mercenary group, the Black King Squad. Then another guy. Gesture towards the Nanny and say over there. I have found Gilly McLaurin. I have also confirmed Jin Runcandle presence. Everyone. Protecting Jin Runcandle is your top priority. One guy stand in front of Nanny and Jin and say that I am Eureka, Black King Squad captain. We have come to rescue Jin Runcandle on a request from Runcandle. Then Eureka saying to the both guardian that you bastards, how dare you mess with the young master. Jin thought that they weren't traitors, but fakes. If they really were 7-star knights, then there is no way that they would have struggled against these people. After that, Nanny asked to the both guardian that who are you? Reveal your purpose and who you are working for. One Jerome replied to her that you are asking such an obvious question. Holtz say that why would I tell the dog of Runcandle? Nanny was angry and asked to Jin that young master, what should we do? Jin replied to her that let's kill one and cut an arm off the other. Then bring him to me. Nanny say that I will do. As you wish. Then Nanny attack on Jerome and kill him. Holtz was ready to attack on Nanny and say the damned women. Nanny cut off the Holtz hand and caught him on his hair. Jin say that it seems like your master underestimated their opponents too much. Holtz saying to Nanny that in order to become a Nanny of Runcandle, you must be a warrior of 7-star and above. Then Jin saying to Holtz that if you wanted to assassinate a child of Runcandle, then you should have sent at least 3 to 4 8-star knights. Holtz angrily shouted and say that stop fooling around, this is just a warning. The reign of Runcandle will come to an end. Jin say that's something that I want, too. I don't want the reign of Runcandle but, the reign of Jin Runcandle to begin. Jin said to Holtz that praise the great. Holtz say Zippel. Jin was surprised and say, Zippel. The renowned mage family that rules the other half of this world. Contrary to Runcandle, who pursue the ultimate sword. They pursue the ultimate magic. 1,000 years ago, after the founder of Runcandle died, Zippel imposed a humiliating oath to ban magic throughout Runcandle and all the magical abilities of Runcandle were sealed through that oath. For Runcandle Zippel an enemy of 1,000 years. I was wondering who was behind this, considering they did something as daring as this, but it was just a follower of Zippel. After that, Jin saying to Nanny that just throw this guy away somewhere nearby. He's not even worth interrogating. Nanny replied to him that I understand. When Nanny caught Holtz he cry and say hurry and kill me. Of course, for Zippel as well, Runcandle is also a lifelong enemy. They continue to terrorize Runcandle but then Jin thought that what happened today is not how Zippel handles things. It seems like their followers did whatever they pleased. But something is strange. No matter how sophisticated their disguise was, it's difficult to deceive the eyes of a 7-star warrior. Nanny say don't tell me, that bastard was involved with this. Nanny saying to Jin that young master, I have taken care of it as per your orders. Jin replied to her thanks, Gilly. Then Jin asked to the Captain Murika that did you say that you are Black King Squad? Murika say that's right. Jin say that I was able to escape successfully because you guys diverted their attention away from me. As soon as we arrive at the Runcandle Castle, I will make sure to report on the help you have provided. The family will be sure to reward you handsomely. Please help to establish the teleportation gate. Murika replied to him that, I will do my best. Murika thought that this kid, even if he is from the Runcandle family, how is he already wandering outside the castle? He is only 10-year-old kid. But he is already Thar confident and dignified. Maybe what he said just now. On the other side, Jin thought I'm looking at the path that will open the era of Jin Runcandle. Murika think that might not have been just some kid spouting nonsense, he might have been serious about it. After that, Captain Murika said to guys. No. Everyone listen up. Until the teleportation gate is established, be careful of how you act. Refrain from any foolish behavior, understood? Guys were shocked and say what? Captain, what kind of nonsensical order is that? Others say since when did we care about such stuff? Did the captain go crazy all of sudden? Captain Murika said to them that just shut up and do as I say. Nanny saying to Captain Murika that I think we can depart now. Captain Murika replied to her that understood. And then Captain Murike orders the guys let's depart then. In this part, Nanny asked to Jin that is it alright for us to leave those fakes alone. Jin replied to her that it's fine. Whether they are found alive or dead, they will make good examples for their comrades. Then Jin appreciate Nanny and say great job, Gilly. Nanny replied to him that thank you. They told us that in about 2 hours, we will be reaching a village. Jin say is that so? I guess we will have to wait there for the snow to stop. Then Jin say don't worry about what happened in regards to the escort. It's not your fault. Even Khan, who's a G-star knight, didn't realize what was happening. It would be harder for you, a 7-star warrior, to notice anything amiss. It isn't a big deal for me to tell you what a guardian knight should do. Nanny say. I am sorry. Jin seeing towards Gilly and thought that Gilly is still the same as before. As the nanny of the Runcandle family, her fate is bound of the child. She is in charge of. Gilly was my nanny in my previous life. Because I was untalented, she was scorned and despised as well. On the day that I was banished from the Runcandle family, Gilly was also banished with me. And Gilly said to me, young master, I am sorry for not being able to serve you well. With her head bowed. Jin thought that was how Gilly treated me, so I don't want to be harsh on her. But the present is different from my previous life. Gilly needs to harden her resolve too. After that, Nanny said to him that young master, I will receive any punishment in regards to what happened this time. Jin said to Nanny that don't blame yourself for it. This is my order to you, Gilly. While you are my nanny, you are also the only guardian knight that I have. If you let such a trivial matter bother you, there will be problems in the future when you escort me. So don't make me say those things ever again, understood? Gilly was upset and say that, yes, young master. I will rectify that. Nanny thought to think the young master is taking care of me to that extent. He is saying all this for my sake, so I must get a grip and make sure that no one ever hurts him ever again. Nanny was excited and say young master. I will do my best. Jin seeing the nanny face and thought that. What a relief. It looks like she is cheered up. After some time later, they stopped near the hotel for taking some rest. When they reached in hotel, one girl say that welcome. And asked to Captain how many rooms do you needs. Captain replied to her that 2 rooms please. Jin thought that there is that. And those guardian knight. If I am right, there is a high chance that person is involved. Transformation sorcerer. Bubert Gaston. Transformation is something that dragons are good at. But even the dragons aren't able to perform a perfect transformation. Bubert was the only existence that could perform the perfect transformation and use that ability to commit numerous transformation crimes. To cause chaos in the world. If Bubert is indeed involved in this, then this has just gotten very complicated. Although Captain has not done anything prominent yet. After that Murika said to Jin that please feel free to let me know, if you need anything. Jin replied to him that thank you, Captain Murika. Then Jin sitting on the bed and thought that in my previous life, when I turned 20, Bement Special Affairs Division had arrested him. If I turn him into my ally, he might come in handy. But I have got no reason to take in a gut who pointed his sword at me. Before Bubbear creates more trouble, I need to check if anything has changed. Compared to my previous life. Nanny said to Jin, young master, I will be standing guard outside then. After that, Jin was sleeping. After few minutes later, Jin listened the cat voice meow, meow. Jin say that it's so noisy. Jin awake up and thought, ah, did I fall asleep? Even though I have trained numerous times in the storm castle previously, I guess it's still too tiring for my 10-year-old body. But what's sound? Then he saw a cat from window and say, hey. Could you be? Then Jin remember the Moroccan conversation. When Moroccan say, is it that ridiculous? In any case, I am going to hide myself and follow you, so don't worry. Jin replied to him that all right, I understand. Then Jin came near to the window and say, you said you were going to hide and follow me. You meant to do that by becoming a cat. Cat was angry and Jin say, all right. I am sorry. I am sorry. Then Jin opened the window and cat came into the room. Jin say that I was surprised because I wasn't expecting you to be in this form. I thought you would disguise yourself as one of my servants, like a horseman or something. Then Moroccan changed himself into man shape. An angry replied to Jin that hey, if I do that, the knights in your family will all notice me. Do you know how though it was for me as I followed? Suddenly Moroccan foot slip and he fell down. When Nanny listened the noise, she opened the Jin room door and say, young master. What's the matter? Then she saw a Moroccan and attack on him and say, you. How dare you go after the young master? Tell me everything before I rip you into 1,000 pieces. Who the hell are you? Moroccan said to her that wait a minute Gilly. This person is Gilly. This is Gilly. Moroccan stand up and said to Nanny, oh, my strawberry pie, I have finally met you. Nanny was shocked and say, strawberry pie.